Everything is changed. It's the time of the color blue. This color of blue is a royal color and also a serious color of blue. And something serious is about to happen. A king is coming. But not the kind of a king we usually think about. This king had no army, no fancy place to live, no riches. This king was a baby born in a barn. And this king who was coming still is coming. That is full of mystery. And you know, a mystery can be hard to enter if you don't get ready. People this time of year are hurrying around, shopping, going to parties. And they can walk right through this mystery and miss it because they either don't know how to get ready or maybe they've forgotten. The church decided a long time ago that we needed time and a way to come close to a mystery. So they set aside 4 weeks because this mystery takes that long to be able to enter. And this mystery that was back then is also now. And during this time, we are all on the road to Bethlehem. And there are people who have made this journey that can go with us and help us to know the way. The prophets, Mary and Joseph, the shepherds, the Magi, all made the journey to Bethlehem, and they can show us the way. On the first Sunday of Advent, we remember the prophets. Prophets are people that come so close to God, and God comes so close to them, that they know what is most important. Do you see the pointing finger? That's what they do. They show the way. Back then, they were pointing to Bethlehem and saying something like, "Stop, look, pay attention." We don't know everything, but we know that that's the place where something so important is going to happen. It will change everything. They know things. They know what matters. And they know the way. And they show us the way. Let's enjoy the light of the prophets. On the second Sunday of Advent, we remember the Holy Family. Joseph and Mary and the donkey. They were also on the road to Bethlehem. Mary was very pregnant, just about ready to have a baby. It's very hard to walk when you're very pregnant and just about ready to have a baby. So when Mary just couldn't take another step, she would ride the donkey. It's very hard to ride a donkey when you're very pregnant. So she would walk and then ride and then walk. They were very likely the very last ones up that road that night to Bethlehem. Let's enjoy this light, the light of Mary and Joseph. On the third Sunday of Advent, we remember the shepherds. We just have one, and only 2 sheep, but that's enough to help us remember. They were outside of Bethlehem that night, trying to stay awake so that the wolf wouldn't get their sheep. All of a sudden, there was a bright light that frightened them so much. And then when their hearts stopped pounding, they heard voices that scared them even more, until they heard what the voices said. Don't be afraid. That's often what messengers of God say, because it is scary to have a messenger of God come to you. They said something like, "We bring you good news, news of joy to all the earth and goodwill to every person. Run, go and see the baby that is born that will change everything." And look, do you see? This one's a different color. It's the color of roses. Even though this is a serious time of getting ready, it reminds us, as the angel saying, that it also is a time of great celebration. And some people think of pink being one of the colors of the Mother Mary, and without the Mother Mary, there would be no baby. Let's enjoy this light, the light of the shepherds. On the fourth Sunday of Advent, we remember the Magi. The Magi were people who knew so much about so many things that people thought they were magic, which is where we get the word magi from. And of all the things they knew the most about the stars. They could look at the stars and tell people when to plant their crops, when to take a trip across the ocean or over the mountains when the snow wouldn't be too deep. One night, they saw the wild star. It wasn't on any of their star maps, and it kept moving. So they decided to follow it, to see where it would take them and what it had to teach them. They always get here late because they came from such a faraway place. They come after the baby was born. We remember them on January 6th, but we also remember them because they too were on their way to Bethlehem. Let's enjoy this light, the light of the Magi. Look, it finally comes, what we've been waiting for all this time. Here it is. The mystery of Christmas. The baby is born, and everything is changed. And maybe the one who was the most surprised was the old cow who came that morning to get her breakfast. And there, instead of her breakfast, was a baby. Everything is changed. But wait, something's missing. Here it is, the Christ candle. Listen. I'm going to change the light. You see, this is the light of the prophets. Prophets were people who paid attention, who knew what mattered the most. Prophets can be men, can be women, they can be boys or girls. There are prophets in this circle, people who know what matters the most. Now watch. This light that was back there in that time and in that place, look. Do you see? It's changed. It's now spreading out and going everywhere in this room. And the light of the prophets, whenever you need it, will be there. And this light, the light of the Holy Family, watch. You see? Spreading out, going everywhere, so that wherever you go, it will be there. And this light, the light of the shepherds, going everywhere and mingling with the light of Joseph and Mary and the prophets. And the Magi. Look. Wherever you go, the light will be there. And this light, yes, it was back there in that one time in one place, just like that baby was there in one time and in one place. But now, He's in all times and in every place, and will be there whenever you need it.